Hello, and welcome to another episode of Walk the Dog Cinema. Here we go. Roke is all excited and getting out on a lovely late afternoon here, heading into the weekend, getting it going, and we are gonna enjoy our walk. And as you can see, Roke is boyishly excited, and today, instead of just a full movie review, I'm kind of doing a movie challenge question, and today we're going to discuss favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm kind of doing a 30 action movie challenge here, and so the first question is favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So what's your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Leave it in the comments. Let's get some engagement. I love to see what other people's answers are. It can be any Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie. But as we head into these, I have some more. But I'd love to read and engage and see what it is. Now, for me, there's quite a bit of Arnold movies, and really it all boils down to kind of what for me made Arnold the action star that he was. No particular why I started with Schwarzenegger, except he kind of ended up being the biggest action star, the first to kind of hit the $20 million mark in making Terminator 2 and True Lies with Cameron. But for me, those weren't for me my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. The big one for me that kind of cemented him and his style and just kind of who he was is Commando. So yes, Commando is my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie. I'm going to discuss why and kind of get into that. And so Roka here is going to get all her smells in and just kind of enjoy her walk while we talk about Commando. So yes, Commando is my favorite Schwarzenegger action movie, and it's kind of the best for me of the one-man army movies. His character is set up beautifully. It's got all the Schwarzenegger one-liners. It's kind of the quintessential Schwarzenegger movie. It's got great set pieces, completely absurd, over the top 80s action film, and the movie just brings us kind of a smile to my face, just because nostalgia and just the absurdities, but just the visceral energy and Schwarzenegger's star power kind of all culminates with just a slam bang action movie. And this is kind of the one that really he rode to success. Yes, it was right after Terminator, and believe it or not, like in the theaters, Terminator didn't really set Arnold up. It was really on VHS where it kind of became a big thing. But Commando also had quite a bit to do with people kind of checking out Terminator with Schwarzenegger. This was kind of the one as they kind of punched each other to get it going. Schwarzenegger wasn't the huge guy yet. Stallone was kind of the bigger draw from a movie standpoint. I mean, he had Rambo and Rocky. He kind of had that centered because he had some franchises where still Schwarzenegger was still trying to kind of find his way, but Commando really cements it, and the movie is so quotable. It's ridiculous how quotable the movie is. If you've never seen Commando, it doesn't matter what cut you get. There is a theatrical cut, which is a great movie, and you get all the Schwarzenegger one-liners. But there is a director's cut that I have that is far more violent. There's a sequence in there that you can tell is highly edited for the R-rated version, where in the uncut version, you see some body dismemberment where Schwarzenegger gets in a tool shed and he basically gets a hold of a machete, saw blades, and he just goes to town on the island soldiers. But the biggest thing for me is the movie is funny with all the visceral action. I mean, we get Schwarzenegger jumping out of a 747 basically into water that's barely, ankle deep kind of thing. It's so absurd in that regard, but it's set up so well that you just kind of buy into it. He gets into a store, an army surplus store that has rocket launchers and grenade launchers, and it's kind of just set up that you just take it as is, that he knows about this kind of illegal arms foothold in there, and it works. Ray Don Chong's in it. She kind of is the tag-along woman that kind of gets caught in the crosshairs, and she does a really good job in conveying some tension. Alyssa Milano is his daughter. This was kind of right around as she was getting Who's the Boss, and might have been just before that kind of hit gold for her. But she's a good actress in this. I mean, she doesn't do much. Daughter, damsel in distress. It's a very basic plot. They these commandos come along, the mercenaries, to sucker Schwarzenegger in. They steal his daughter, and basically he goes after him, and he's going to get him back instead of do this assassination attempt for this Manuel Noriega kind of character. So that's kind of the basic plot, and it's just a crazy one-man army. I mean, Schwarzenegger probably kills 130 people in this film. It's just it's bonkers, especially at the end. I mean, you got claymores that blow up buildings even though they're set on the outside, and it's just absolutely ridiculous, but in such a fun way. So it's the one that I always really enjoy with Schwarzenegger in it. And the big one is right around this time, Schwarzenegger also did Conan the Destroyer. That didn't do as well. He visibly had lost weight compared to the first Conan, but he is great buff in this sense, and they really play to it with some great shots of him running on the beach or whatever. There's a great kind of Rambo-esque montage of him putting on the camouflage and gearing up with the knife and the arms, in complete homage to Rambo, First Blood Part 2. And I mean, it's literally stolen from that in that sense, but it is a great sequence just because you get Schwarzenegger literally just flexing to the camera. But it is a great sequence of showing what editing can do with simple shots, with lighting, and the emotions it brings, where you kind of get your adrenaline going just because it's going to go down. But again, it's great 80s cheese action that growing up we all loved back then, and I still dig it today. I wish on some level movies could kind of touch upon that without all the realism and just sometimes go for the jugular and just give us a fun ride. Like I said, it has quips where he kills one guy with a pipe and steam's coming out of it, and you get the classic Schwarzenegger one-liner, "Let off some steam, Bennett." And he would go on obviously and do a lot more in Running Man and Predator, and he kind of does in True Lies, and you get your quips in Terminator 2. Raw Deal, not as much. That was a little bit more serious, but you got Red Heat with Belushi. I mean, Schwarzenegger really had some just really classic action films. But again, this is my favorite. Love to see your favorite. Let me know. And if you've never seen Commando, check it out. You can run some great 80s action films, and you could spend just doing 80s Arnold and get weeks and weeks worth of viewing, just watching one every other day, and it'd be a lot of fun. But enjoy. And if you like what you see, please subscribe, and everyone have a good one. Later.